Digenova asked what he thinks of Rosenstein and Wray. Suddenly, all hell breaks loose by US4Trump.com. Digenova joined Sean on the Sean Hannity show. It breaks all records as the #1 rated show across all cable networks. With raw and explosive interviews like this one, it's easy to see why. And when Sean asked Digenova if the American people have to put up with corruption, Digenova tells it like it is. First, Sean states to Joe Digenova, former U.S. attorney, I am skeptical of any concession to this team of prosecutors that Robert Mueller has put together, looking at what Judge Ellis said about what they're really doing in the Manafort case. Furthermore, Sean ends with, I don't trust them. And Digenova turns the tables on what is and what is not legitimate. Digenova says, well, there's no question that the Mueller investigation is illegitimate in the sense that Rod Rosenstein should have never have been appointed by Mueller, who had a conflict of interest. Specifically, Joe says he was interviewed for the FBI director, and the next day he was appointed special counsel. Rod Rosenstein is either a witness or a co-conspirator in the case if there's an obstruction because of the firing of James Comey. Let's take a listen to the clip instead of me repeating what they're saying here.
He is a former U.S. attorney for the District of Columbia, Joe Digenova. Quick note, he has done legal work for me. He showed up at my Christmas party and he drank way too much. And I pay for the drinks. Anyway, good to see you, my friend. I am very skeptical of any concession to this team of prosecutors that Robert Mueller has put together, looking at what Judge Ellis said about what they're really doing in the Manafort case. I don't trust them.
Well, there's no question that the Mueller investigation is illegitimate in the sense that Rod Rosenstein should have never appointed Mueller, who had a conflict of interest. He was interviewed for the FBI director, and the next day he was appointed special counsel. Rod Rosenstein is either a witness or a co-conspirator in the case if there's an obstruction because of the firing of James Comey. Rosenstein should have never made the appointment. He shouldn't be involved. He approved one of the FISA warrants. And more to come on that in the next few weeks, by the way. But here's the point. The president should not be interviewed by these people. His attorneys should obviously, and I know they will, do everything they can to advise him not to do an interview. This is an illegitimate investigation. It's a perjury trap, even though the president cannot be indicted for anything. The problem is this is an effort to use the grand jury process for impeachment purposes. That is an unconstitutional use of the grand jury, and they should fight it. If the president refuses to testify, and if Bob Mueller issues a subpoena, the president will win in the Supreme Court. It's unacceptable to allow the president to waste his time and to play into this phony game that Mueller is playing. It's outrageous.
Under any circumstances, Joe, would you, and the president has very good attorneys. We're both mutual friends of Jay Sekulow.
Great attorneys.
Emmett Flood is a rock star. Giuliani, we know what Rudy Giuliani is as a lawyer, what he was like as a prosecutor. He took down some of the toughest people in New York, in the Southern District of New York. The question is, I agree it's illegitimate. By the way, look at Manafort. Would Paul Manafort be on trial today if he didn't work for Trump for 100 days on a 2005 tax case, nothing to do with Russia? Why isn't Hillary indicted by this time when we know she committed numerous felonies?
Well, Sean, you know what one of the great lessons from this entire affair is that there are two standards of justice now in the United States, and they're both being applied by the FBI and the DOJ. If you're a Democrat, you get a pass. If you're a Republican, you don't.
Do we have to accept
that? I
Do
never
we have
thought.
to accept that?
No,
Let
we
him
do not.
speak.
I never thought I would hear myself say those words, but I have never been more disgusted with my alma mater, the Department of Justice under Rod Rosenstein, and the FBI under Chris Wray, two incompetent, empty suits who care about one thing, their own future, their next job. And what they have done to put this country through, Rod Rosenstein has put this country through over the last 18 months, may he rot in hell for it. It's disgusting. And what you just said, that they can sit there with a straight face and say that there's no reason to reopen the Hillary case, as Jeff Sessions has said, is absolutely ludicrous and incompetent.
You have said on this program that before. You've used the term dirty cop. I have this instinctive recoil for one reason. I had a family full of cops, and my mom was a prison guard, and my dad was a family court probation guy, and the two people that reached deity were in the FBI. This is not rank and file. This is a dangerous chapter in our history.
The street guys and gals are great. It's the rot is from the head of the fish in DOJ and FBI.
All right, Joe Digenova, thank you.
You know, I mean, if sorry for jumping that way, but you know, I mean, Hannity just drives me crazy sometimes, because just when the guy is getting to the point, many a times when I put his clip on, you know, he doesn't let the people finish, you know, what they want to say. Same thing he did to Judge Janine Pirro. I mean, let the person speak. I mean, what, you know, just at the important part. And and I'm not an attorney, but what Digenova is saying, I've been saying all along. You know, that's why I don't understand why Giuliani, that's why I said, are they jerking Mueller's chain when they said that Trump would sit down with Mueller? I mean, what did I say? That it's an illegitimate investigation. And the thing is, what I find strange is, okay, let's say Wray and Rosenstein, they're corrupt, okay? Who's in charge of the investigation? Do you see who's leading this investigation? It's Mueller. Mueller! Why not hold Mueller accountable for this kind of crap? So, look, you see how they don't point to Mueller exactly. Nobody really points to Mueller, except you see it, you know, from Trump and everybody else, like on his team, so to speak. But Mueller, what did I say? Mueller, in order for Mueller to be pushing like this, because Mueller knows it's a hoax. Mueller is the one that's getting paid big bucks. It's not Rosenstein and Wray, so to speak. I mean, they're getting money elsewhere, probably from Hillary. But what I'm saying is Mueller is costing over $20 million, and you're going to tell me Mueller doesn't know this is a hoax of an investigation? And then, Digenova said that even if he subpoenas Trump, that he's going to win in the Supreme Court, because you shouldn't waste a president's time with this garbage. And now it's 18 months, and you have Mueller coming out to look at Trump's Twitter feed to say, to look for obstruction? I mean, really? Really? So in 18 months, you drop this collusion garbage, so to speak, and you're looking at Trump's Twitter feed for obstruction now, why he was dissing Sessions and why he fired Comey. Does this make any sense to anybody? No, I really would have preferred, but they couldn't. I would have preferred Digenova being Trump's attorney, but what happened was that they had, conflicts of interest of some sort, you know. But I happen to like Digenova a lot more than Giuliani, because Giuliani to me seems, I don't trust him too much, you know? And he doesn't seem strong enough the way Digenova here is speaking. He doesn't have that punch, you know, like the way this guy handles himself. And he states the facts, and he states them clearly, so it's understandable what the guy is saying. I happen to really like Digenova. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.